Hello, welcome back. So first, to get familiar with basic anatomy, if you look at your neck in the mirror and you stretch your neck from side to side like this, you will be able to see a couple of our landmarks right here. When you turn your head to the side, especially in this direction, the muscle that pops out between your ear and the little notch right above your sternum. So that is the SCM, your Sternocleidomastoid muscle. And that's a very important landmark for us. When we begin right here, right at the little notch where your collarbones meet. And what you want to do when you work on yourself is, it may be easier to go opposite, crossing your hands over your chest. You want to lay your fingertips right at the edge of the clavicles and just kind of let them sink in. Now, one easy technique you can do is just shrug. So how it looks from the sides is your fingertips are going to be grabbing a hold of your clavicle, and as you shrug, they actually sink in and go back out. You can look at it from this angle as well. So your fingertips go in, and as you shrug, you can feel them sinking in. Now, depending on which shoulder is tighter, you might notice that on one side your fingers are not quite able to grab a hold. That'll give you an indication of which side is tighter, which is no surprise. It's probably where you carry most of your tension. For me, it's on the right. So what we begin doing is using the flat parts of our fingers, these three fingers, bringing them together. We're just using the first few knuckles. You're going to place your hand about an inch above the sternum, right here, and apply enough pressure so that you're grasping the skin up against your neck. You're not poking at it, you're not using strength, you're just applying flat pressure of your fingertips right here. And as you do that, you turn your neck towards that side. So really, your hands aren't doing much, they're just holding the place and your neck is moving. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to go from here all the way up towards the space behind your ear. Remember that landmark I showed you, this SCM? We are tracing it. So we're starting right above here with a few fingers and working our way up. Obviously, this is going to take you several minutes, but I'm going to go through the movements quickly just for the sake of the video. And again, you just put your fingers there and then you turn your head to that side. And as you do this, you're going to start feeling a release of tension of the skin. So maybe at first it doesn't move very much, but as you keep doing this, the surface layers of skin are going to move a lot easier under your fingertips. Now on the side of my neck that's tighter, it's going to take a little longer. So again, three fingers right above the clavicle, right along the SCM. Turn your head towards that side. Now for me, this side is so tight that as I turn my neck, it almost feels like it's harder to swallow. But the more that you do it, as you work your way up, you're going to start feeling a draining coming from behind your ear and your sinuses too, so all of that will begin to drain. Now, one thing that happens when you are carrying a lot of tension and the lymphatic fluid isn't draining properly is you'll break out. Maybe able to see some residual breakouts in that area. It's just the shoulder where I hold most tension, and when you do have that lymphatic congestion, one of the things that can happen is you can break out more. So that is our first technique, just kind of tracing the SCM muscle with our neck movements like this, like I was showing you. Once you get to the space behind your ear, right up here, using the same side, the hand of the same side, again, same three fingers, you can put them right behind your ear and just drag it down. So if you were to see, here's my SCM again, here's the three fingers, and you are dragging it down. You're almost using your fingertips to paint the inside of that SCM, like this. And what that does is it starts to open up the auricular node, the node right behind your ear. This is especially helpful if your ears pop a lot, if you've had ear infections, sinus infections, congestion from allergies. That'll be really helpful. So once you get up there, these are the movements. Just Again, you're dragging the surface skin, and you want to do short, one-directional movements, maybe a minute or two. You can also speed it up by doing the Spock. I guess this is live long and prosper, but anyway. So you would put your fingers this way and wrap them around your ear. This way you get the front and the back at the same time. And again, the same movements. It's almost like you're caressing your face, but what you're trying to do is just drain that fluid forward. And you'll be able to feel if there's an area that's tender, if it feels like there's more resistance, then you know that's an area you need to work a little bit longer. You don't want to poke at it. You're not trying to massage it or maneuver it. It's more like you're just trying to drag the surface layers of skin. And here you're going towards the ear and down, towards the ear and down, and in the back you're going forward. So that's why this hand position is very beneficial, because it does it both at the same time. You're going forward and back and down in that direction. And once you get under the jawbone, it's a lot easier to use just the tips of your fingers. And here, what you're doing, you can even open your mouth as you do. Just place your fingers on the inside of that jaw, and as you open, you're trying to open up that space. You can use both hands. You can use 2 hands for both of this, but when you're initially starting with the SCM, it's a lot better to just use one hand as you turn your head. And it feels so good. All of that stress from working on a computer, all of the tension that builds up here, from looking down at your phone, or any tension that you carry, it all has to drain forward, right into the nodes right above your clavicle. So if you can't do anything else, what I normally do is at a stoplight, or stuck in traffic, whatever, constantly working on myself. This is a very easy thing you can do to just begin relieving that tension and begin draining all the fluid from your face.